Lord, we wasn't live, honey.
All right, we're gonna try this one more time, Shatima. Welcome to Let's Talk About It Shy. I'm your boy, the Black Kelly Severai. We here. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Me and Shatima was talking for like a whole 15 minutes and shit. And I realized because I was doing my double checks that it wasn't even live. But we're gonna skip a lot of the things. We're gonna pick parts of it, but we back. We back. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. But Shatima, once again, throw your intro out there and your advertisement so we can get this thing off the right way.
Gotcha. Hi, my name is Shatima. I'm the owner of Emmy Marketplace. And ladies and gentlemen, but ladies, I sell waist beads. I sell earrings, Afrocentric earrings. This is love. This is natural. And I love being natural. Waist beads in order to kind of help you lose weight and for the spiritual properties and to attract love, health, and wealth. I also sell different types of soaps. So if you want to have clear skin, look at my skin, y'all. Black don't crack, no makeup, but only lip gloss, boo. So if you want to have clear skin, I have turmeric. I have turmeric. What? Be quiet. I have turmeric soaps, African black soaps, and other natural scented soaps. So you guys can check me out.
Okay. Now, once again, I gotta apologize. Me and Shatima was talking for a whole while. You know what I'm saying?
Lord.
Before, if you guys are reading the question right now, but I'm going to replay the video. We're gonna go right back through the whole spiel, okay, Shatima? So just bear with me for a second. I think I got it right this time. I think I do because it's popping up, and we got a couple visitors and stuff like that. We're gonna make this happen right now, though.
Okay.
Uh-huh. All right. So here we go.
Pointed out all the things that she did wrong and all the things that she did to me. I could have played the victim because I ended up filing for divorce after she left and we separated. I could have just sat there and played victim. I could have pointed the finger at her and said, she did this, she did that, she did this. And I would have been right and I would have sounded right for my side of the story. But I choose that because if I'm going to go off and continue to live my life and be good for someone else, most importantly, be good for myself and be good enough to go build the life that I want, I had to be accountable and look at myself. What did I do to contribute to that situation unfolding like it did? What did I do to hurt myself, hurt other people? I turned to myself. And when I turned to myself, that shit made me go right back to my childhood. That's when I got into therapy. That's when I started to work out, read, educate myself, and I started a journey of personal development because I wanted to be better. That was my second long-term relationship. I wasn't finna have a third one where I have the exact same problems. I looked at myself. I made sure that I did what I had to do to get me better. I got in shape, I got smarter, I got wiser, I made more money, I learned more about myself, which means I got more self-aware, all that. I just became a better man. Doing all this, I wasn't worrying about the other person. I was worrying about me. So when life kick your ass, when you go through divorce, breakups, when you go through anything, be accountable and turn within. Turn within yourself.
All right, Shatima. We're going to do this one more time now.
I love when men take accountability.
You know what's even better? When women take accountability. Because don't get it twisted. I got more of a reaction videos. We just getting started. We 5 minutes in now.
I love when men take accountability. Shout out to him. He said he worked on his mind, his body, his soul, and his money, honey. Love it.
Oh
Love it.
Lord.
Mind,
Okay, keep
body,
going.
soul, and his money, honey.
Mhm.
I love it. He's not walking around bitter. He's not on social media saying that all women are this and all women are bad and all that stuff like that, or gold diggers, or whatever he wants to say. He worked on himself. He got into therapy. So shout out to him for taking accountability.
Okay.
Positive
So
man
what
that
do
did the work.
that's all you took away from it? So he took accountability?
Yeah, we're only responsible for ourselves. We're only
All right,
responsible for ourselves.
so do you think people, men and women, look within when a relationship fails?
I think that some people do. Yeah. Of course, not all people. It's never all.
Okay.
But some people do look within in terms of when a relationship fails. And that's a good thing. Both men and women need to look within to see what could have been done better. And sometimes there's nothing that could have been done better. And so if you go to therapy, the goal is for you to come to terms with whatever it is, or for you to work on yourself and just try to find some common ground within yourself and find the healing within
Okay.
yourself. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I kind of naturally would think everybody should go through this process. But they don't. I think putting the work into therapy is a lot harder, and looking at yourself and for once in your life acknowledging you might be the problem is a tough pill to swallow for anybody. You know what I'm saying? They have a hard time of embracing that part, But it's just one of those things that it's like, okay, let's just take a good look here and see where we going, and how can I fix it to be better for the next person, or
Right.
if someone from my past does resurface, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reason, the heart, takes you wherever it takes you. But I just wanted to get a lot of people's input, and then this is like an ultimate test of accountability. You know what I'm saying? And I've always asked people this, and I think I'm gonna ask you this, Shatima. Have you ever took a step back and solely looking at you, not looking at the actions of the other person, within the context of a relationship that failed? Wish you would have done, wish or knew that you could have did something different to preserve that relationship?
No, not if you're talking about me personally. No, but I'm an anomaly. So I'm an anomaly.
So it's nothing you could have done.
No. Mm-mm.
Why do you say that?
So I'm an anomaly because I haven't had relationships like that. So I'm not a good example. And if
it doesn't matter if you had one or if you had 10,000. You know what I'm saying? It's I always tell people, you find the most peace and you get the most answers when you look within yourself first, because that's probably 50, 60, 70% of the problem right there. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that you could control the outcome, but we do, as human beings with free will, choose certain roads or certain paths. Like, we could have went left instead of going right. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if I wasn't so combative and believed in him or her more, it would still been a good relationship. Maybe if I was a little bit more understanding, maybe if I wasn't so tight, maybe if I loosened up, maybe if I trusted more, maybe if I didn't hold my past experience against it, over this person's head. You know what I'm saying? Those are all factors that plays into today's dating market.
Yeah, and that may be true for some people, but that's not true for me. So I'm an anomaly. So at the end of the day,
so you say you did everything,
there's nothing that I personally could have. What I'm saying is that I have not been in relationships in order to activate that. So I was with my son's father, but I didn't want to be with him. So I don't even remember that relationship. So again, that is not, I wouldn't, there's nothing that I could have done better because I didn't want to be there. I was there because I had a kid by accident. So
Damn,
that's what
right
I'm
away.
saying. So I'm
Don't
an
say it like
anomaly.
that. That makes sense.
Well, we
Don't
telling the
say it like
truth.
that. That make it sound like he was an
No,
accident.
he wasn't playing.
Right.
Yeah, he wasn't
I
playing,
get
and
it.
I was young. So yeah, I didn't want to be with the person. So there's nothing that I could have done. There's no accountability that I could have taken in terms of to make the relationship work because I didn't want to be there. So again, I'm an anomaly, right? So for me, I can't speak on for me personally of me doing something better because I have not had a bunch of relationships. I've been single and by myself. I've tried to date. And so at the end of the day, what I learned in therapy about myself is that you cannot always, mine is the opposite. You cannot blame yourself for another person's actions. If you meet somebody and they're not serious, if they're not intentional, if they don't want to be in a relationship, there's nothing that you can do in order to change their mind. You shouldn't be auditioning for a man. You shouldn't be trying to push a man to particularly be with you. So sometimes, and in some cases for both men and women, whatever their life experiences, do not garner accountability on their part. The accountability comes in not entertaining people that will let you know that they're not on the same page or they're not intentional. So where my accountability comes in it in life is that for me to have a clear path and understanding as to what I desire within a relationship, and if that person is not meeting my particular standards, do not get involved with that particular person.
All
So I
right.
had to learn that lesson where you get
So do it have to
accountability.
be
But there's
strictly?
nothing that I could have done better.
Do it have to strictly be your standards, or is there room for interpretation there? Like there's leniency. Like I'm outside looking in and listening, and it's like, in so many words, it's like my way or the highway.
What you mean, my way or the highway? You
I
don't
mean, you
even
said
know
it's
what
not
the
up to my
my way.
it's not up to my standards. You know, it's and after all, when you're talking about relationship and question a man if a man's committed and so on, men control relationships, marriage controls relationships and marriage, right? In that unity part, because the woman takes our last name, we don't take the woman's last name, and it's like when you have that dynamic, there has to be a certain pecking order in which we follow. And the Bible also encourages, a wife, not girl, not side piece, not jump off, not girlfriend. A wife supposed to be submissive to her husband when they take that vow. But you have to work to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I asked, like, do it have to be like what you said? If it's not up to my standards, then it's like move around in so many words.
Yeah. If it's not to my standards, I'm not going to engage. So it's not going to make it to a date. It's not going to make it to any potential anything. Yeah, if it's not to my standards, then what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's not about a my way or the highway. It's what your boundaries and your standards are.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So I got a second video.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny that you say that. You know, I'm with all types of shit today. Like I said, this is Reaction Wednesday show. This is the Reaction Wednesday show. So I just need you to buckle up.
Okay.
I need you to buckle up.
Tonight. And I can accountability is women's kryptonite. And I can say that because I'm a woman. So let me explain exactly why we do this, okay? Women were never wired for accountability the way men are. Evolutionarily, we survived through social belonging. Being cast out of the group meant death. So our brains learned one thing above everything else: protect yourself. Admitting fault feels like losing status. Losing status feels like losing safety. And our nervous systems treat that like a threat to our survival. That's the mechanism. And on top of that, we were never taught to separate our actions from our identity. So when a man tells us we did something wrong, we don't hear your behavior hurt me. We hear you're a bad person. And being a bad person means exile. So we deflect, we cry, and in the worst cases, we flip the whole thing. And the man ends up apologizing for something we did. Isn't that crazy? So listen, girls, every time we do this, we don't just win the argument. We lose our man, one unanswered apology at a time. So when you're at fault, own your actions, please. Separate your behavior from your identity. You can be a good woman who sometimes does the wrong thing. Those are not the same. Learn the difference. And men, every time you apologize for something that you didn't do, you teach her that accountability has no consequences. So put your foot down calmly but firmly. And when she deflects, don't explode and don't shut down. Just hold your position and wait. Give her the space to come back to herself, because a woman who feels safe enough will what? Will eventually own it. The goal is not to win the argument. It's to get closer, no matter what.
Oh, ho, ho. I only have one question based on that for a reaction video. Okay. Is there, how on a percentage of 1 to 100, what's the percentage of her being right and accurate do you give her?
In terms of women taking accountability?
The overall spiel is Reaction Video Wednesday. It's the whole thing. I don't take bits and parts. I listen to the whole thing.
This is where I don't think women take accountability at. I think that women do not take accountability for not asking the right questions. I think women don't take accountability when they entertain men and give them chances, when they kind of know that it's probably not going to work out because they don't meet your standards or your boundaries, and you bored or you lonely or you horny. And so case in point, an example where women don't take accountability at. If I meet a man and I desire a relationship and he tells me that he doesn't want to be in a relationship up front, and then I proceed to try to date him, and then if we become intimate and he tells me that he said that he didn't want to be in a relationship, and now I'm all upset and mad, the woman needed to take accountability for that. Now, one could argue and say that that man shouldn't entertain that woman, right? Because if he knows that she wants a relationship, which most women do want a relationship, there's a subsection of women that do not. Not saying that all women, but most women desire a committed, monogamous, loving relationship. And men know this, right? But if a man tells you that he doesn't want to be in a relationship and you continue to entertain him and you give him yo punana, and then you mad when he's with another woman, you didn't take accountability. He told you who he was and what he was going to do up front. Where men need to take accountability is if they lie to the woman and saying that he wants to be in a relationship and blah, blah, do that date. And he's not honest in saying that I'm going to date other people. I'm going to be intimate with other people. That's where the man needs to take accountability. So women needs to ask the proper questions. And so if I'm asking a man questions, I'm going to ask him questions. And if he lied, that's on him. I don't need to take accountability. You a liar. So if I'm asking you,
in some parts of the conversation, you're proving her point. And
not proving her point.
I mean, you're shifting it back on the men, and I agree with you. Men, when you're at fault, you definitely got to take accountability for your actions. Your actions doesn't define you as a person, or like you're tainted, or you're flawed. I mean, we're all flawed individuals, but it doesn't put it like this. A hole in diameter, this big, you see how big this is? It's not going to change my mind on a beautiful house. Okay? It's a problem I need to fix. Don't get it twisted. We need to address it, need to repair it. I agree with you there. But it doesn't define you, is what she was saying. What she's saying is a hole this big in a woman's house when it comes to problem versus her identity. She takes it as a slight against her overall as a person. And that's not true.
Well, it depends. Some women, if they are doing something wrong to a man, then they need to take accountability that they're doing something wrong to a man. There's nobody is particularly perfect. Nobody is coming on here saying that women are perfect, that men are perfect, right? So I use that example in which women need to take accountability. If that man has been cheating on you and you saying that man is dogging you out, why are you staying there? Leave. Okay. You need to take accountability and you need to leave. If he's not treating you right, if he's mistreating you and you crying every 5 minutes.
Do you think that in the man-woman heterosexual relationship, I'm actually honestly, it's always the man's fault. The man is always the one doing wrong and mistreating and not honoring the relationship. Do you really honestly believe that it's always the man?
I never said it was always the man's fault. When have you ever?
But I noticed a lot of the conversations.
It's always the man's fault.
I noticed a lot of the conversations lean that way, though. You know, when we had these discussions.
Oh, because in my world, it's always the man's fault. But that's my world, but right? And that's not me taking accountability.
Here's the thing. I understand your world because you don't swing that way. You don't like girls. I get it. I understand it. You can only speak from the perspective. I get it. However, there's always two sides of the coin. And just like you speak on that, this is when we had these conversations, just like you speak on it from your perspective as a woman. And I bet everything I got in this damn house, and I got new shit in this damn house right now. Majority of the women can relate to you and share the experience and say they're coming from their perspective as a heterosexual woman and have shared experiences. But there's also a flip side where men go through the same thing, baby. Like, we understand there are times when we fuck up a relationship, but we also understand where it's beyond our control. We did everything we could, and the woman was fucking up. It goes both ways.
Gotcha. So what way do women mess up? Give me some examples.
It's along the same lines of how women assess us, where it's like, you know how sexy as hell for a woman with a woman, where a man does what he says he's gonna do. You know how sexy that shit is? You know how attractive that is to some women?
Okay.
The same thing with us. Okay.
What do you mean? Give me more context.
Like if she says, if she says, look, I'm all in, and your behavior across the board demonstrates that, it's nothing sexier to a man than that. You know what I'm saying?
What's all in?
Same thing with a woman. If a man said he gonna do something and then it's like his actions show different, you look at him differently. It's the same thing with us. Okay?
So what's all in to a man? So my question is that how do you expect a woman to be all in if you have not said that you want to be in a commitment? What I find that men, some, and I don't want to have to keep saying some. Anytime I talk, it's always going to be some. We're too intelligent for that. But what I find is that I broke this down in the conversation. I'll say I'm gonna use from highest to lowest. I'm gonna go most, majority, some, few, not at all. That's my math. Highest to lowest now. Because the majority. The majority of men.
And if you want me to, hold on. I gotta always break this down because people, and you've witnessed this, people take offense the most when we had these conversations, and I'm talking in the context of women and mannerisms. They hate when I use the words most and majority. Let me break this down. Okay. From 0 to 25%. It's a few. Okay. 25% to 50% is some. Okay. You follow me so far?
I'm following you.
50% to 75, 70. I'm gonna be lenient and say 70%. No, it's the majority. Anything over 51% is the majority. Okay. Technically. If you're gonna look at a relationship and marriage and then correlate that with business, if I own 50% of the stockholders, damn it, I damn near run the company. I own the motherfucker. True or false? In the business world.
50.
If I own 51% of the shares,
you're a majority share owner.
I'm the majority. I damn near own the motherfucker. If I got the majority of the shares,
you have the majority of the shares.
Right. Yes. I damn near own the motherfucker. Right.
You have majority of the shares in order to make final decisions.
Right. So that's what I say when I say use majority. 70% to 90% is most. 90% and above, I can use the word all at that point.
Okay.
All right. Do the math a little bit to you now. When I associate the numbers and the words together in the way I use them.
Yes.
Okay. Can we agree on that? Because if a woman used the same language and the same ideology, I will roll with that, no argument.
So I will say back to what you were saying that a woman being all in. If a woman, you want a woman to be all in, are you saying that you are committed? Are you saying that I'm going to be committed with you, not messing with any other women, being committed with you about consistency, your time, your effort? Are you saying that the man is doing that? Because you remember y'all as the leaders, right? Y'all lead the relationship. So if that's the case, then the woman is all in. What does all in mean to you?
Everything you just described. However, man is not going to say it. He's going to show it. His actions is his actions and the way he move majority of the time is going to say, you know what? I know he's all in. I know he ain't going nowhere. This is the problem.
Yeah, and so what we're saying that
hold on. This is the problem. Okay. And this is why even in the Bible it says forsaking all others. It's a biological and a human nature that when you kind of got a bird in the hand, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna try to put that one away in a safe place in the cage somewhere to see if you can catch two in a bush. Because they might be bigger, they might have a little bit, they might be the color you want, etc. You know what I'm saying? And the thing now, I correlate this to relationships because when a man through his actions show you that he's all in, a woman's, I can only speak on it from this perspective though. But I'm saying generally as a human because men think the same way as well. When you feel you get this one, like they ain't going nowhere, you kind of in a psychological mindset without thinking, okay, I can play with house money a little bit. We're not married, but I'm gonna kind of go out here and see how it is with other women. You know what I'm saying, or other men. I'm gonna see if I can level up a little bit. You know what I'm saying, subconsciously, because you already like I got one that's gonna guarantee me I'm not alone. Subconsciously, I'm not saying this is gonna be a reality. Just saying subconsciously.
That's selfish.
Most people will like, this is what the term, I need some space, so I think we need to take a break and stuff. They don't want to pause the shit, or can we still be friends? This is where that shit come into play. Whereas it's like, I still want you in my life because they want to put you, they want to put you in the safety deposit box till they ready. but they want to go and see what the new stuff is like. And the thing is, the grass is not green on the other side. Sometimes it's better when you water it. Keep in mind, I'm saying whether you're a man or a woman, we both have a human nature just for wanting to get the best meat that we can for ourselves. I understand that. But people, you do get tempted to see if you can level up or get the best you can. But sometimes what looks good to you ain't good for you. And most people lose that philosophy when they in the dating world. And it leads us down a whole lot of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because I think a good movie that illustrates this is Toy Story. What's the dude? What was the kid named Andy? Was always playing with Woody. That was his favorite toy. But soon that Buzz Lightyear came out, and every kid wanted that Buzz Lightyear. Sound familiar? But anyway, he got the Buzz Lightyear. He kind of kicked Woody to the side, like I can play with Woody anytime. But see, this is the thing with the man-woman dynamic. You'll get to the side when you got something for yourself. But when that toy kind of runs its course and the high of getting that toy alleviates, you kind of circle back. And think about it. Sometimes the toy that you kick to the side, if you see your little cousin, your friend, your brother, anybody playing with it, it's not a whole fight all over again. Like, that's my toy. Wait a minute, you wasn't playing with it though. You know what I'm saying? People act the same way in relationships. It's like, okay, that person ain't going nowhere. They're gonna be there. All right, they up and move on. They gotta have a life too. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they can hold a frame up until they see you with somebody else, and then all that shit come crashing down. Sometimes you start doing shit you didn't think you would do. True or false?
I guess.
You guess?
I guess.
So you ain't never seen your ex with another woman and was like, I need to get that old thing back. It wasn't all that bad. You ain't never thought that?
I don't have exes. I'm an anomaly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I roll with that.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, because I am trying to multitask here and queue up the next live.
But to answer your question, if someone that I dated and they moved on to another woman, the answer is no. If you moved on to another woman, that's who you want to be with. So
does the mistake taint the person overall for you? Like, there's two different things. There's who a person really is, and there's a mistake. Do you think the mistake is the person's true character, or can you look at the mistake as a mistake from a woman's perspective?
I think that a mistake could be a mistake is a choice.
Explain.
So when you say a mistake, like, what is a mistake? You got to give me the context of what a mistake would be. Because there's no such things as mistakes. There's choices.
All right, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Because damn near every woman like a guy with a little edge to him. True or false?
False.
Okay, I said majority of women like a man with some edge to him. True or false?
I don't know what edge means.
Like a little hood in him, like a little aggressiveness. Like,
absolutely not.
Let you know he ain't no punk.
Absolutely, I don't like.
All right, but you know, I've heard that before from other women, so I'm just asking.
They grew up in the hood, which is
in a general disagreement, in an argument, a mistake is calling this woman a derogatory name that is not hers.
Yeah,
that could be a mistake. That could be a mistake. And hold on. What makes it a mistake is he's going about it based on what he's been used to in his past when he's dealing with a new person. That could be a mistake. You don't think so?
Nope.
Okay, so here's another thing. Would you agree that some to the majority of women test men throughout the course of the dating phase to see if they're adequate long-term partners?
Test?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Put him in
test?
situations or ask him certain things to see how he responds or how he goes about it.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that it's a test, but I think that women try to see.
But
see
how what word association would you put with that? What would you call it?
If I'm dating somebody, you see how he reacts to you about conflict.
But I call it a test. But I'm saying, what would you call it?
I would say that you're trying to assess a man's actions. How is he going? How does he react in conflict? How does he react when you're emotional? How does he react when you need something? Is he consistent? I wouldn't necessarily see it as a test.
Okay,
just so evaluating your actions.
All right, so you said assessment. Assessment. Okay.
Assess.
I'm gonna roll with you for this one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll with your word for this conversation, right? Do you think some to majority of women fabricate scenarios so they can assess a man?
I don't think a majority of women do that. No.
You don't think so?
You said majority.
I said some to the majority. Some to the majority. I gave you a nice little big window.
I don't think majority of women do that. Do I think that there are some women that do that? Yeah. There are some women that do that. And so if a woman is doing that, creating scenarios where she's trying to test or whatever you want to call it.
So how would a woman, hold on, I'm trying to understand right now. I really am trying to understand. How would a woman assess a man in a certain situation if she just wants to know out of curiosity?
Okay, one of the scenarios that let's just say, I'm not saying that I would do something like this, but I'm just thinking right at the top of my head. Let's just say that we've been dating for a while and I say, I'm not able to pay my light bill this month.
Okay.
Let's just say it's a test to see.
Okay. I can roll with you.
I'm saying? I'm not able to pay my light bill this month.
Mm-hmm.
And her test could be, well, let me see if this guy is going to offer to, hey, I got half on it, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can pay some of it.
So you would say something like, man, I'm going to be short on my light bill or something like that to assess the man. Would that be a real thing, or would that be a real thing or a fabrication?
I wouldn't do it, but I would be thinking that's a test, right? So if you do you really need the money from him? No, you don't really need the money from him, but you're putting him in an environment to see what he's going to do. Is he going to show up to you for you when you need him?
So I want to be clear. Do you know the majority of women will use that line?
Not the majority.
Exactly.
Not the majority.
Some to the majority. I broke down the majority. 25 to 70% of women. 70% of women will use that line in their assessment.
Okay. And then you as a man have to decide on whether or not you want to go half on a light bill or pay the light bill. And if you don't want to do it, then break up.
Why is that?
Because if that makes you uncomfortable that a woman is asking you for something or she's implying, then that's not the woman for you.
What if that man give you two legitimate reasons of why he can't do it?
Okay, if he can't do it, he can't do it.
No, I'm saying one of them. You ain't heard the two reasons, and I'm telling you two legitimate reasons.
Go ahead. I
paid my bills and I ain't got it to give.
If you don't have it to give, then what is your alternative?
No. Hold on. Listen to me. I paid my bills at my place and I don't have it to give. That's one.
Gotcha.
Is that not a legitimate response? It's a poor way of assessing him but he's also giving you a very responsible answer and showing you that he's at all costs, he's going to take care of home. See, it's always
Yeah,
I
but
need to see how he's going to react
stop you
towards
there.
me.
Hold on. If I'm saying that my lights are getting ready, so let me ask you this. Let's role play.
Okay.
Man, I misjudged my budget and I wasn't keeping up with my light bill, LeVar. And it seems as if I don't pay this money by tomorrow, they're going to cut my lights off. What's your response?
I just paid my bills. I just paid all my bills for the month. I'm working on a limited budget. How much is it?
I have to do $200.
I got $150 to my name to last me for 2 weeks. And I need gas in the car. I ain't got it to give.
That's your final answer?
That's my final answer. You breaking up with me?
I'm breaking up with you.
Woo, we gonna pray for you. I'm gonna give you some cash for Christmas because here's the thing.
I have 2 cash already. Let me tell you why I would break up with you.
But no, here's the thing. Here's the thing. The response, and I gave you some really realistic answers. Okay, not everybody is well off. People do live paycheck to paycheck. You have some semi paycheck to paycheck. Okay. Understand this. I didn't drop the ball on my bills and misjudge my bills, but you did. But you finna break up with me because I can't cover your end.
Let me tell you why I'm finna break up with you.
Go ahead. Even after give you an excuse. Even after give you a very valid reason.
Let me finish. Be quiet. It's not because you don't have it. It's because you didn't step up and say, I don't have it, but my lights are on over here. So why don't you come stay with me until we get it? Or I don't have it, but let me ask around, or if we can ask around to see if we can pull some money together so your lights won't go off. That's problem solving. Let me finish. That's problem solving for me. Because if you tell me that all your bills are paid and your lights is on and my lights getting ready to be cut off, whether I misjudge or not, my man is supposed to be a problem solver. Even if he don't have it, I get it. And say, my lights are on. Baby, come stay over here for the week. And we'll figure it out later. Maybe in my next paycheck, I can give half or something like that. If you're not a problem solver, for me, it's not about what you don't have. It's about if you're going to be a man in order to problem solve, in order to solve my problem. Because guess what? And this is on some real talk for me personally. I don't need no money for no light bill, right? So I got my own money. So I'm looking for a man. If I come to you with something and you can't solve a problem that I already probably got solved, then what I need you for? So that's why I will break up with you.
Can I give a rebuttal? Can I give a context?
Ahead, yeah.
Can I give context and a rebuttal?
Broken up.
All right. We did you said you suggested the hypothetical, correct?
The hypothetical.
I'm going up under the context in this scenario because it's a hypothetical. We never specified timetable of how long we've been dealing with each other. True or false?
Doesn't matter.
No, hold on. It does matter. It does matter. It absolutely does matter. It does matter.
Let me ask you a question.
Wait.
Have you been having sex with this woman?
This is a hypothetical. Have we?
No, I'm asking you a question.
You have we?
Don't do that. We brothers and sisters.
No. This is
you talking about hypothetical?
This is a hypothetical.
Got you.
Right. This is a hypothetical. You set the tone.
I don't want people to be taking snippets. This
thank you. I gotta put that out there. This is a hypothetical.
So
she came up with. I roll with her because I want her to understand some stuff.
We've been going together.
For how long?
Remember, it shouldn't matter. So let me say this. I said that the hypothetical is that you were my man, meaning that we have, no matter how many months it's been, we have established ourselves that you are my man, right? And so if you're telling me,
that's so contextual because you got some women out here, even in they big age, that be like, oh, if we go together. that means wait a minute, no time I talk. We could have fucked after a week. We go together after a week, and I really don't even fucking know you at that point.
Yeah, but
and I'm supposed to pay your bill?
Then here's the thing.
No, according to that logic,
I said we go together.
But I'm saying, what's the time frame? What's the time frame? I'm trying because we never discussed it.
Listen, there are some people that met, had sex on the first date, and got married on the third. It don't matter the time frame. I get it. It doesn't matter the time frame. The point of the matter is you as a man did not, you're trying to talk to me and build something with me, and you didn't offer your place in order for me to stay. I have male friends that's platonic.
They're not your friends, but keep going.
What?
They're not your friends. Keep
yes,
going.
They are. What do you mean they're not my friends?
You know what? You said that's platonic. That's according to you.
I have a play brother.
You put him in the position when you gonna toot that ass up, watch them motherfuckers jump on it.
No. Okay. I have a big brother that is really platonic. He's a therapist, so they the worst ones. No.
Never mind.
He's so much older than me. He's like 10 years older. No. I can't maybe speak for, but what I'm saying is that I have male platonic friends that would offer and say, I don't have the money, but you can come over here. I got a couch or whatever that you can come. The point of the matter is that you didn't offer a solution. It's not that you didn't have it. You didn't offer a solution.
You're right. Because you asked me a plain and simple question. I answered it very directly because this was a hypothetical. Okay?
It's a hypothetical, but I want to think about it.
I will say this because it was a hypothetical. There were some other things that we didn't disclose. Like, case in point, if we've been dealing with each other for 6+ months, yeah, I'm going to find a way, and you more than welcome to stay at my place. I'm like, you already know you can stay with me. That's going to go without question. Okay.
Well, what's the time frame?
Hold on. After 6 months, anything below 6 months, we still in that gray area where we still trying to figure things out. You know what I'm saying?
For you.
And so this is having discernment and having standards, right? Now, but I also said it's one of two things of how I can respond. What if I said the only woman bills I'm paying for is my wife? Like, we got to live together. And I set that standard in that boundary. I said that up front. Would you still break up with me?
If you said that up front?
I said that up front.
What you're not.
But I'm showing you everywhere else. I'm serious about you, but I said my standard is I'm not paying no woman's bills unless she's my wife, meaning that we stay together. So her bills is my bills.
Gotcha.
Would you still break up with me even though I said that's my boundary, that's my hardcore line?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm about to get you 3 cats then. Shit, you got to have some leniency somewhere.
No, I don't have to have no leniency.
Okay.
The reason being is that I am in need. And so at the end of the day, you didn't offer an alternative. You're going to let me sit over here with my light. And a matter of fact, I got to cut my lights on because it's getting dark. You're going to let me sit over here with my lights off and not offer for me to stay at your house, not check up on me.
No, I'm gonna check up on you. You know, like I said, a dude is not that heartless, but we do have.
It's heartless for me. My standard. If a man doesn't have the money, I understand that. If you got your bills, this is something that came up. I get it. But my biggest issue is that you did not offer an alternative to make sure that I am straight. That's not the person.
Hold on. Essentially, do you realize, even by asking that and dumping them, your expectation is for that man, the expectation that you have for that man is to put you ahead of himself. Subconsciously, you may not see it that way. Maybe when you watch the playback, it'll click. But
No, it ain't
as
clicking.
you realize,
It won't click.
subconsciously, that's the thing that you that's the mode that you trying to set up, low key.
No. The
All right.
issue is that I don't trust you that if I get into a bind, that you're going to be there for me. That you're not going to say, we're going to figure it out. I got lights. You can come. We can come over here. We're not saying if a woman is telling you about a light bill on the second day she met you, block her. We're not talking
Okay.
about that. I
So-
established in the beginning that
So let me
we go
let me-
together.
Let me flip the script for a second. Let
Let me cut this light on.
Go yeah, because we're talking about lights being off and shit. You know what I'm saying? But let me flip the script for a second. What if a man tests you, say, you know what? And stop me if I'm wrong here, because I'm gonna use your same logic about assessing a person. Okay. Most women assess a man character and figure like how a man treats his mom is how he's gonna treat her. You would say majority to most women would draw that conclusion and have that same thought process. True or false? Majority to most.
Okay, for the purpose of this exercise, we'll say yeah, because
No, seriously, not realistically.
Okay.
No, I'm asking realistically. Would you agree with that or disagree?
I don't think the two are correlated. I think that you
No. Hold on. For the purposes of you saying if a man don't do this and do this the way you want him to do it, you would leave him. I'm flipping the script for a second because I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere with this because I want you to see how idiotic it sounds to a certain perspective, whether you're a man or a woman. And I say, look, I want my woman to kind of be like my mama. So like, yeah, we're gonna host Thanksgiving dinner. You got to do something to call the what you call it. And he said, "You hang on." Hello, I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
But I say, look, my woman got to be able to cook like my mom. You know what I'm saying? And say she can't. And I'm like, oh, she can't cook like my mom, or she's not willing to cook at all. It's a wrap for her. It's done with. Would you think that was fair or unfair?
It's fair. You're not on Facebook. It's not on Facebook.
I am on Facebook.
I don't see it.
That's because you're looking in the wrong spot.
Okay.
I am up on Facebook. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay. Yeah. So if a man expects for a woman to cook like his mama, and she doesn't, and that's one of his standards, then yeah, she got to break up. He got to break up with her.
Okay. All right. But you can't expect nobody to cook like your mama or your grandmama or your ex. Everybody get different recipes. I'm just saying.
I can say that,
but using your culinary skills or lack thereof as a reason to get rid of you is kind of idiotic, because anybody can learn how to cook. I had to teach myself how to cook. Anybody learn how to cook. You know what I'm saying? I love my mama to death. She tried these new exotic recipes that had my stomach turning plenty of times, but she got in there and tried. And I'm like, you know what? I got to give her flowers when it was needed. You know what I'm saying? Black men don't eat couscous and shit like that. Kale, we just don't. But
Africans.
Okay. So hang on. I want to try a different one now, because we kind of go down this Delulu thing. I want to do an example real quick.
Not Delulu, honey.
I said Delulu. I did. All right. Believe it or not, I tried this at your shop one time. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Because you have a lot of standards, Satima, so we're going to help you out.
I want you to read
what's
off
on the screen?
Calendar. I can see female delusion calculator.
All right. So hold on. Yeah. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be ultra interesting. Okay, so it goes down as you see. U.S. Census Bureau and NDCHS is they conduct this whole thing, right?
I don't think I have a lot of standards.
Hang on. I'm gonna restart this. Okay.
What are the viewers saying? They think
We will find out just
Yes.
shortly. Just give me a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
All right. So say Walmart. Mr. Eric Utskiller said, "Take your ass to Walmart, buy some candles."
What? Tell Eric to get on this damn live so I
I'm
can
doubling
cuss
back
him
so I
out.
can make sure we get this up.
Tell him to get on this
All right.
doggone live so I can cuss him out.
And he said you, and he said that you're moving the goalpost back. So Shatima, what is the age range that you would look for in a mate?
Did I look for in a mate to marry, to date,
I mean, the
to hang out
date
with?
and marriage. Not date and marriage. We're talking about your person. Your person. What criteria does he have to meet?
40 to 55.
$40 to $55, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can you see me adjusting the numbers right now?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And
You
you're
can exclude
excluding
marriage.
the guys that's married that's had the shit, correct?
Mm-hmm.
We're excluding them. So I'm checking that box, okay? I want everybody to see that I'm on the up and up with this, and this is her answers. All right. Huh? The race of your ideal man. It don't matter. White, black, Asian, what?
I'm going to do any color.
All right. You're going to go any color that he can be. Hello?
I'm here.
I said, what's the minimum height he can be?
Oh, 5 foot.
What's the shortest he can be?
5'8".
5'8"?
Yep.
For some reason, I think that's a lie, but okay, we'll roll with it. Would you date fat men?
How fat?
Would you date fat to obese men? No, it just says obese, but I'm just asking for the sake of this question that's on the here
Yes.
on the calculator here.
Yes.
You exclude them? All right, cool. All right. And I think yearly income.
Let's
Low to
do
standards
70.
as possible.
You said what?
The lowest of Shatima's standards.
I mean, I don't have a standard
You
in
wanna know
terms of income.
The lowest of your standards. You said
70. Let's do 70. Because at this age, you should at least be making that.
70K?
Huh? 70.
Oh, time out. You going? Are you going 70K for real?
Yeah.
Because you do a lot of talking about there's no reason a man shouldn't make less than 100K a year. So I want to.
I didn't say that.
I just want some consistency
No,
in the answers.
that's not what I said.
And the statements you have made. In the
What
past.
I said was no.
Okay.
You can talk about it.
All right.
After you click here.
All right.
You want me to tell him? You want me to tell you?
All right.
Okay, find out.
We'll
What's my
find out.
option?
All right, you eager for your answers, huh?
Yep.
Let's find out right now. The probability of your ideal man. Do I have all the information correct right there before I
Yep.
scroll down?
Yep.
The probability, according to this chart, you have a 3.2% that you will find your ideal guy. Okay. Inspiring cat lady is what they got you described as.
I have 2 cats. I love it.
She almost there, y'all. She almost there. Okay. So
That is too funny.
ooh, this is something else. This is something else. But I do what are your opinions on that? Do you think they got it messed up, or do you think it's fairly accurate? I told you, the NCHS and the U.S. Census Bureau conducts these studies.
I don't think that women are delusional. I think that women have their standards, but also women need to know that if they have their standards, then they're going to be alone, and may struggle with loneliness from time to time, right? However, it's better than being with
a long ass time to keep going.
It's better than being with someone that you don't want to be with, because you can
But
control.
here's the thing.
Yes.
Now here's the thing, because we just showed the numbers, right? You came in. This is why I said let's look beyond the numbers too, because we can always alter and reduce the numbers, right? Or alter the numbers. But what I find striking is that you open it up to every race. It don't matter who it is, and it came up to be 3.2%. So from that point on, do you think if you aspire to be with a black person or a white person, etc., do you think that number is going to go up or down?
What I'm saying is, it's a billions of people in the world.
Okay.
It's billions of people from the ages of 40 to 55 across this entire world.
Okay.
Period. So at the end of the day, if you come from people want to say that people are delusional. That's Facebook stuff. What is happening is that people are not in environments where they are meeting quality people that they would want, particularly women. Men are delusional, right?
Oh, really?
Very, very delusional. Yes, let me tell you why you're delusional. All on social media, all of the men want to talk about average looking women, and they want to talk about women being obese. Well, if you look at statistics, the average woman is average, and the average woman is a size 16, which will be considered to some men obese, right? So if you are complaining, you want 8s and 10s as an average man making an average income with average looks, living in an average apartment or average house, but you want a 10, and you're on social media downing women who are not 10s, but that's your particular market. Also, if you are an unattractive man and you still you make money, that doesn't mean that you're always going to get the women that you want. There's a people that are delusional thinking, men, that just because you make money that you're always going to get a woman that's going to be down for you and love you for you. That's not necessarily the case. The people who are on social media talking all of this stuff, they're not millionaires. That's not even in your market. Why are you talking about what millionaire people do? On average, people are making anywhere from 35K to maybe 150K, which in our lower middle class or our lower class, and maybe a little bit in our upper middle class, maybe 200K, depending upon what it is. What are we talking about? So I feel that men are way more delusional than women. Women want a man that's taller than them.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, because do you see the screen right now? What does it say?
Male reality calculator. This is
basically it's a delusional. It's the same thing. and I'm going to take the test. Okay.
Go ahead. Yep.
You ready?
Yep.
I will agree with you. I'm gonna widen mine out a little bit more. Okay. My preference, 35 to 55. Okay.
Okay.
It is wishful thinking for me to think that I'm going to find a woman out here with no kids. So I am not going to exclude them, but I am going to exclude the married ones. Okay. Fair enough.
Yep.
Guess what? There's parts of me in my past where I was a male slut. I didn't give a fuck about race and none of that. I'm putting any. Okay. I'm opening all of them. God damn it. All right. Her height. Shit. Okay. I'm gonna expand mine out. Okay. She could be 6'2". Okay. I'm only going to exclude the obese ones. Okay. I can't have nobody heavier than me, and I'm 240. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If her mind is right and she's submissive and she's not materialistic, she don't have to have a job at all. As long as she gets the core values and takes care of home, okay? All right? You hear me, Shatima?
I'm hearing you.
Let's find out what my numbers are like. I can put myself on the guillotine too, fellas. All right. So all this is, for the most part, correct. As we start down.
18%.
Well, that's the number. 19%, right?
That's low. You ain't in 100%, 50%.
But hey, guess what? But here's the thing. I have a more realistic chance of getting what I want and finding who I want to be with than you and most other women. And what does the reality perception say?
You put a broke woman on there that's going to drain you for your resources. Because
how would you know if she's all for me and stuff like that? Here's the thing.
She's gonna ask you to pay a light bill, and you're gonna say you don't have it.
No, if she been living all this long, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But here's the thing. Most men do not have to. We don't assess a woman's income as a mate finding criteria. It's a bonus, not disputing that, but that's not a main criteria for most men.
Yeah, because you're the providers. You're the one that should be taking care of the woman. When men get to saying that, it's like, duh. You get what I'm saying?
But understand, and I understand the difference. See, I pulled up the calculators to show one different thing in real time. Men and women assess each other differently. You know what I'm saying? Now, could I have made that in a way where it was completely delusional? Yes, I could have. I could have clicked, she can't be overweight. It'll drop my numbers down. I could have clicked, she can't have no kids. That'll drop my numbers down. You know what I'm saying? But in reality,
but you clicked that she can't be obese, but you do like obese women.
No, I clicked. I don't like obese women. Obese.
Yeah, you do.
No.
Yeah, you do.
I do not.
Yeah, you do.
I do not.
Yeah, you do. Let me tell you why you like obese women.
Go ahead.
Because you have a thing in your head that you think obese is a certain look. I'm obese. You see me in person. Would you classify me as obese? I'm a size 14. I am obese according to a chart. According to a chart, I am obese.
Okay, so hold on. According to a chart.
Obese.
Right, so
I am obese.
So hold on, for the audience that doesn't know.
A size 14.
Hold on, for the
almost
audience
a 12.
Oh, time out, time out. Oh, I got you.
Go ahead.
See, this is where I'm going to come to the defense of black women. That's why I said sometimes you gotta let me cook. Okay, let us slow roll. Let us simmer for a second. Okay. I've seen you in person. Not a bad looking woman. Okay. Now, the chart that they go by is the BMI chart. Okay. And they're not always accurate. And it's basically built around Caucasians. Okay. Let's just be honest about that. Okay. What's the Instagram OnlyFans model? Angel Fernandez. That woman's like 6'7", and she's like 300 pounds, and she's well put together, but you wouldn't think she's obese.
Oh yeah, the real tall one, the real like Amazon.
She's Amazon, damn near 300 pounds, but do she look obese?
Nope.
But according to that chart, she would be obese. Okay, so this is why I'm saying, in terms of realistic, a man's view, and I'm like I said, I'm only going by that chart. Okay, between what obese and overweight is different than what the reality is. That's why I click. She can be overweight, but she can't be obese. And then I back it up by saying, I'm 240. I wouldn't want my woman being heavier than me. You know what I'm saying? By definition, I'm obese. You know what I'm saying? So it goes hand in hand. So I'm very aware of these things, right? All right, so we about a little bit over an hour in. We make it really good timing. I just want you to bear with me because we're gonna do one last video. Okay?
Yes.
I do this a lot. Okay. And I want to make sure I pull up the right one because I find a lot of good shit when I'm at work doing nothing sometimes. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. I'm always putting up some crazy shit. And I'm gonna also be honest with you, Shatima. I'm looking for one that's not long as hell.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's another caveat.
Get it together.
I'm gonna do another reaction video show one day.
I wonder if I did this light. Oh, there we go.
What's that? Uh-oh, somebody paid that light bill, y'all.
No, I don't like how that light looks, though.
You don't like the way the light look?
Yeah, when you dark skinned, it just be hard in order for you to get the right lighting, honey. I'm looking like a chocolate little milk dud. Look at the chocolate little milk dud.
All right. I'm gonna do one of our favorites here.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna do one of our favorites. Because I've noticed a lot of women kind of get behind this young lady.
Okay.
In some instances.
Who?
And she has good feedback. So let's see where we at right now.
Oh, the Sarah girl?
Women don't really want a man. They just want to say they're in a relationship. Women don't really want the good treatment, the work that comes, the self-regulation that has to happen from having a person that's completely different from you and that level of evolution. They just want to repeat. which is why most people date the same person with a different name over and over and over again, because they don't want to change. They want to complain. They don't want anything different. They don't want a Stefan or an Urkel. They just want to be like, I was chosen. And as long as that's the dynamic, what's going to change? Nothing.
No, I'm just saying, Sarah, it's just, you say go for the one that loves you, but what about the ones that they love you, but you just will never love them? I'm sorry.
But can't. Why would you? Why? See, and that's the thing too. It's like, are you putting the man on and that's why he loves you, but you would never give him a chance? I say that to say that really and truly, women, there's such a message right now about relationships that's so toxic and so wounded. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
So do you believe women want relationships?
No, I think women want to say they have a man.
Or do they? I mean, I actively know a woman who didn't.
What was the sound?
Yeah, I don't know. It went out on me, but okay. Your thoughts on what she just said? I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna let you cook on this one, cause
I think that
some might say, whoever watches this might say she contradicts a lot of what women want, and she might be spot on. So I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna get my tea, and I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna just let you cook real quick.
She can't speak on all women. Number one, are you here? Are you hearing what I say?
I'm here.
I'm here. Get his tea. Okay. She can't speak on all women. Number one. Number two, date who you are attracted to. Because at the end of the day, you can meet somebody you don't know. I don't date men I'm not attracted to. I don't give them a chance. Why would I give them a chance? I'm not attracted to you. I'm not going to use you. I'm not going, because I wouldn't want you dating me and you're not attracted to me. So if I meet a guy, he seems like a nice guy, and I'm not attracted to him physically, it's nothing that he can do or say that's going to get me to like him. I'm not even giving him a chance. Now, some women may give a man a chance, and they give a man a chance, and the man maybe takes him out on a couple of dates, and that woman is realizing that she really can't bring herself to like him. There's no chemistry there for her. And then a man says that, oh, you use me for dinner dates. Not all women are using men for dinner dates. Some women are saying, well, let me try something different. I'm not really attracted to this man physically, but he seems to be nice. Let me try something different. And then after they try something different, they're still not attracted to him. And then they have to let him go.
Yeah, sometimes that different shit is what you need, and it's exactly what you're looking for. You just can't see it. I always tell people and women, mainly women, you have to get out your head about certain shit. Like the guy that's for you, like you might see more attractive guys you would rather give a chance to. Like that's not saying that the guy that's interested in you is ugly or nothing like that. You can very well see him as a platonic friend, a big brother, a bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you can have that one.
My big brother is my brother. He's in a relationship.
Hold on. And you can have that one. You can have that one off-brand night of weakness. And be like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I've came up that damn way. And there's parts where I regret it happened that way, and there are times I'm glad it happened that way. I got good and bad experiences with that. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, yeah, I wasn't attracted to her, and she wasn't that attracted to me, but damn it, shit, we had a good ass time. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. You know what I'm saying? And I had to think different. I'm like, wait a minute, I missed the boat on a lot of shit. So it's like, but sometimes you have to go there just for the growth purpose, because it's like, if you ever heard me say, the person that's really meant for you is not going to come in the package that you would like. And that's one of the perspectives I had to kind of grow to learn. Like you're going to have to compromise somewhere.
Nope.
Okay. All right.
So Because I have 2 cats, and it doesn't bother me when people say you're going to be the cat lady. I have 2 cats.
If you get with a Chinese motherfucker, that's gonna be tonight and tomorrow night's dinner.
You can't say. Oh my.
I'm sorry. Yeah, never mind. I mean, you did say you would date anybody. I'm like, if you get with an Asian dude.
Number one, I just did that. Number one, you can't say that we don't want to be. I know it was a joke, but I mean, you're a comedian at the end of the day. So no. No. Anyway, I prefer a black man or a black man in terms of the diaspora.
Why did you put that in the calculator?
Because I wanted to see what would happen.
Oh, wait a minute. No,
I was already low at 3%.
No. You got it. The thing is, you got to be real with the calculator.
No, but my thing is that I may change my mind since I'm not really meeting anybody. So I may have to change my mind. So I did want to keep it open because I may have to not just want to exclusively date black guys if I'm not meeting any men. I'm not meeting anybody.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, I may have to make a decision, either be by myself, right? Or open up my palette. But to the point, if I'm not physically attracted to a man, then I am not going to entertain him. And I don't want a man that's not physically attracted to me to entertain me.
You know what you need. You know what you really need, Shatima.
Please don't be Eric. Is he still on? Please don't say what Eric.
I can't tell if he's on or not. But you want to tell you what you really need. Why you say don't? What would Eric say?
Eric, I'm not gonna say what he gonna say, but next time I see Eric, I'm gonna bop him upside his head.
What did he say for you to want to pop him upside the head? What did he say?
You know how Eric is. He's always blah blah blah. Skippy do that. They talking.
You know what seriously, you know what you might need to do though?
What?
Because I honestly think if you do this, it'll open up a perspective where it doesn't lower your standards, but you'll come to a happy medium, more enlightened. And you really find the person you're meeting that you seek. Because I'm gonna tell you something about growth in relationships. You can't expect a person to be like that out the gate. People have to grow. You have to grow you have to grow and cross certain thresholds for a relationship to grow and prosper. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna go back to the hypothetical you brought. I might say in that hypothetical, say in the first 2 months you had a problem with your light bill, I might say, no, I can't do it, such and such, and be reluctant with you to stay with me, and say we still rock, and say 6 months come. And then you come across a different scenario. It might not be the light bill, it could be something else. How much is it? I got you covered. You know what I'm saying? And then say a year or two later, fuck that shit. Fuck that bill. Come on, move in with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to open up room for interpretation, growth, and progression. You know what I'm saying?
That's not my problem, though. I can't speak for anyone.
I'm just saying because you nip it in the bud so early that you don't give it a chance. Now, if it happens too many times, hold on. Now, I'm gonna be fair to you now. If it happens too many times in succession with a man just always saying no when you need some help or you're trying to assess him, then you got to do what you got to do. But
that's not. I get
after that one time, it's like, wait a minute, that's awful. That's really harsh. And it's like if a man did that to y'all would say we was extremely unfair and didn't give her a chance.
Yeah, but
that, so
I got you. So, but back to what she was saying. Women should only date men that they are attracted to. Whatever your attraction is, date that man that you're attracted to. In my opinion, men also should only date women that they are attracted to. Now, that shouldn't be just your everything. You know what I'm saying? Right. An attraction can mean personality. It can mean physical attraction. So I'm not going to give a man a chance that I am not attracted to, period.
All right.
No chance that it's not going to work out for me. I'm not going to like you, and it's unfair to you as a man for me to have you take me out on dates, and because I wouldn't want a man doing that to me. If you're not attracted to me,
I'm gonna say this.
yes,
I know exactly what you need to do. I know exactly what you need to do. Just do it for half of 2026 when it's hot outside. That's it. Just have you half a summer of a whole phase. You'll be all right.
I would never.
I'm just saying.
I would never.
Hey, your
assumption is that men come up to me and try to talk to me. That's not the case. I'm not in environments where men have access to me.
Well,
I'm not online.
I'm going to say this though. Okay, I was kind of like this in my 20s. Guilty admission, but I was kind of like this in my 20s. But that's the only reason I can say I was like this in my 20s. But they are out there with this mindset. You open it up and you like, fuck it, I'm gonna roll with this dude, and y'all get to doing y'all thing one time, and it can be amazing for both y'all. And the next thing you know, this motherfucker it's like you said, it was people that knew each other for a month, 2 months, and got married. You might find yourself in that situation. And
then I may not find myself in that situation where it's not progressing. The answer is no.
Mm-hmm. And hold on.
I'm okay with my 2 cats.
And lately, people frown up at the things that I say and they don't agree with it, and that's fine. You have freedom of choice.
But here's the thing: you have to be attracted to. Let's just say, even though I would never do this, but let's just say that I was that type of woman. There are some women like that. You still have to be attracted to the guy.
What? Hold on. What's in a guy that you would find attractive outside his paycheck?
In terms of, why do men assume that it's a
paycheck? Hey, you kind of lead with the money thing. So, and I'm outside.
I am an accountant, a senior accountant by day. It's not about the money.
But I'm saying a lot of those conversations lead with that when you kind of go down this man hole. So it's like outside looking in. If I'm a complete stranger, I'm thinking she have the degree shit. She fuck the dude. You know what I'm saying? That's where
nobody has ever asked me people, but this is the question, and a man should ask a woman that appears. You guys don't do critical thinking.
What?
You don't. Shatima. No, you don't. Because what you assuming that I'm going to take your money and do. This is why you all don't value women with degrees. I just told you I'm a senior accountant. I'm not flashy with Birkin bags. You know me to be a business owner, right?
Yeah.
So if it seems that I'm after a man's money, let's just say that that's the assumption. The critical thinking skills of a man will say, what would she do with my money if I gave her money? She's a senior accountant. She'll probably invest it.
I'm telling you right now, ain't no man gonna think.
Okay, that's fine. But at the end of the day, that's y'all fault, because you got this assumption that a woman is going. First of all, I'm not no baddie.
Hold on. Right? What's the assumption? I'm gonna let you know who you right now. What's the assumption?
I'm not a baddie. When you look at
no. Forget the baddie thing for a second. I said, what's the assumption? Because I said, now ain't no man gonna give you the money like that.
You guys what's the assumption from a man's perspective? I never said that I wanted a man's money. That is what you didn't.
I know you didn't, but you kind of brought up. I said, what do you think goes to a man's money? Because you brought up your degree and everything. But I'm saying, what do you think goes to a man's mind?
Men are not critical. Some of them are not critical thinkers, and they don't think to ask the question.
Why you say men aren't critical thinkers?
Because if your assumption, let's just use me as an example. What I say is men need to focus on other things other than vagina. Get your money up. That's what I said. That's everybody. But see, statistically, Black women are leveling up by starting businesses, getting degrees, getting higher paying positions. So I don't have to talk to Black women about doing it. They're doing it.
But
Black men, on the other hand,
I'm glad you brought that. I'm glad you brought that up. And those are very good, admirable qualities and great achievements. I give it up to the Black women, right?
mm-hmm.
But one could also say, if you're going to highlight the highs, I need you to also highlight the lows.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And because it can prove, whereas we have more discernment and critical thinking that you give us. Because even with Black women going to college at a record rate, hang on, going to record at a record rate, getting businesses, becoming homeowners, etc. Right? You also have the leading statistics of being single moms, divorces, income to debt ratio, and consumer buying. Okay,
being a consumer,
buying things. You know what I'm saying? Like consumer buying, like they buy hair, you buy clothes, you buy Birkin bags, shoes, heels, all that stuff. You're also leading that department as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let's acknowledge those things. And here's the thing: as a man, critically thinking, if a woman is, as a Black woman, if I'm looking at some Black women, or I know this statistically about being the most in debt, income to debt ratio, and the single parenthood, motherhood, and stuff like that, my discernment, my judgment, be like, I don't think she's a good decision maker.
First of all, let's talk about
debt. That conclusion could be drawn.
Say hello. They're saying that I'm going to have 3 cats. Anyway, that's Leo, everybody. So let's talk about debt. Debt can be paid off. I don't know why people, well, I know why. Debt can be paid off. You don't have to be afraid of debt. You can pay the debt off. I would rather a Black woman go to school and have some debt that she have to pay off later than for her not to go to school and be in poverty. Because what else are you going to do with your life if you're not going to go to school? Now, if you don't go to college, you got to go to some sort of trade school or start some sort of business. As a business owner, you're going to have to get loans or grants. You're going to have expenses. You're going to have some sort of debt. As a senior accountant that manages multi-million-dollar companies in my past, it's always debt. You're always going to have a debt. You look at financial statements, there's debt, there's net loss. So when I hear people talking about debt as a senior accountant, it means nothing to me, because I know, number one, everybody in this entire world is going to have debt. The millionaires have debt. The big companies have debt. Everybody has debt.
Okay, so
you should focus on generating more revenue, increasing your income in order for you to pay the debt. But always increasing your income.
Here's the oxymoron of all. And I'm going to pull this up. We're going to continue this conversation about statistics and stuff next week, because I did have it primed up, the CDC.gov and blackdemographic.gov. So I did have that queued up. We're going to continue this next week. Okay, we're going to do a part 2 of this show. Okay, all about the numbers next week. But we're going to pull up, because 60 to 70% of all college graduates with at least a bachelor's degree do not have careers in the field in which they went to school for and that their education was meant for. So this is why I bring that up. That almost makes it a moot point with getting the degrees and stuff, okay? Because you're paying, logically, philosophically speaking, okay? You didn't paid all this money, over $100K, possibly got in debt with student loans if you included that route, okay? In debt for a degree that you're not even utilizing. You know what I'm saying?
So that's a subsection of people.
I'm not saying all. I'm just saying the percentages. I'm going by the percentages of all college graduates that have at least their bachelor's degree that do not have careers in the field that they went to school and got their degree in. That's what would you call that?
What
I mean,
men want to do?
I would call that survival, but after that, it's like, wait a minute, you kind of
Gotcha.
accumulated that. You know what I'm saying?
But look at the people who do not have degrees,
Okay.
and a lot of them, they're in poverty if they don't go to trade school, if they don't start a business.
Hold on. Prime example. Myself, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a whole electrical engineering degree with the Tennessee State. I don't owe no student loans. I was good at playing ball. What can I say? I was good at playing ball. What can I say? No student loans. I got a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering, but I work as a firefighter. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that education went completely useless, because I did work construction as an electrician for years, but I was in that field. But looking at it now, what I do for a living now gives me more stability of a great livelihood than it did if I was an electrician. You follow what I'm saying? So I understand the nuances of how life can change.
But the caveat is, what would you have done during that period of working if you didn't have a degree?
Ooh, you know what?
You switch careers, and that's
hold
cool.
on. You asked me a direct question. I'm gonna give you a direct answer. Most of, like you said, trade schools and apprenticeships, here in Chicago, you go to the Dawson Institute over on Pershing and I want to say Indiana, I think it is. That's one of the top trade schools in the city, that you go there for a few months, 5.5, 6 months. They train you up and coach you up to everything, and then they actually give you a leg up for institution to either go work for People's Gas or ComEd or the Chicago Water Department. You know what I'm saying? So I probably would have went that route, or I would have went down to like one of the local unions, IBEW, off of King Drive by Dunbar High School. That's an electrical apprenticeship thing. So I would have went that route if I never got a scholarship to play ball and get my degree that way. So I had a plan. I've always had a plan A, B, C, because, you know, as a black man in America, plan A always fuck up.
Well, let me ask you a question. I never said that a black man needed to go to college. I said you needed schooling. I've always maintained that. You can make 6 figures doing a trade. So for me, at 40 something years old, at this age, if you plan, whether you in debt or not, because debt can be paid off. We're not saying that you get in debt, but debt can be paid off, right? So for me, what trade was I going to get into as a woman? There's no trade. There's nothing that I would have wanted to do that would have garnered the money that I would be making now. Now, if I could have been an entrepreneur, what would I could have done? Right.
I wouldn't even need school. I wouldn't even need schooling to make $100K. I would give me a lawnmower, and I have my own lawn service with a whole bunch of customers. I could get $100K probably less time than that if I was
right. So what I say for black men is to level up, either doing real estate investments, because that's a avenue, stocks and bonds, going to college and majoring in career fields that's in demand, which is intelligence in terms of IT, although the IT industry has changed, but finance and accounting, you always have a job. Point blank here, you'll always have a job. Medical field, that's your doctors, your nurses, your EMTs. You're a firefighter. It's not necessarily medical, but you're in the service industry. Okay. Yes. You know, so even being maybe, so there's a lot of fields that requires a degree. I could not do my position without a degree. I can't intern my way into that position because it's a higher level position. I have to have a degree, a master's at that. So what I'm telling men is that you can go to trade school, you can get a college degree, you can do real estate investment, you can own a business. You can invest in the stock market or what have you. Those are 5 different ways in order for you to be able to accumulately make 100K if you can't make it in your salary alone. So when I say there's no excuse, and when I'm talking about people say that I'm down in men, because I wish what's his name, your friend on the status, some girl. What I'm saying is that there are multiple ways in order for you to make that amount of money at this age, and debt can be paid off. If you need to go back to school and level up, or go to a trade school, or start a business, or whatever you need to do, debt can be paid off. It's not the end of the world.
Got you. Hey, we're gonna pick this up next week. We're gonna do another reaction video. I'm gonna have a dope topic. I should have my place together, so we're gonna have some. It's gonna be together.
And you gotta tell people so they can.
I'm on it. Hold on, I'm on it. Hey, look, I had a lot next on my mind. Hold on, May has been a terrible month for me.
Okay.
All the way around, but I'm getting it together. I had a lot on my plate, but your boy is your boy. He ain't gonna get too high. He ain't gonna get too low. But he gonna stay steady as a rock. God damn it.
Okay.
But Satima, go ahead. Give us your closeout statements, baby. Shout outs, your advertisements, your coming soon attractions.
Yes, I have a couple of I'll post them on my page, but I have a couple of vendor events that you can check me out. Ladies, you can book your waist speed parties. I have a number of different cute waist speeds. You can book your earring parties. I have Afrocentric earrings, which is these that I got on, but also have African earrings that's kind of made out of like woven material. And then I sell soaps. So if you want to get your skin all clear, I sell turmeric soaps, black soaps, and natural soaps. So hit me up. And ladies, date who you are attracted to. Don't be out here using men, right? Because you're lonely or horny or bored. Same thing when it comes to men. You talking about give that guy a chance. You give that guy a chance and he still don't do right by you. That's a lot of women's story. That's another discussion that we can have next time. And I guess I'll see you guys next Wednesday, because I'll be busy on Thursdays.
Yeah, next Wednesday.
We'll see. Next Wednesday. Okay.
Yeah, so so we're doing the show next. First of all, everything what Shatima said, fuck that shit. Okay. If you're horny, let's do it. Ride it, my pony. Anyway. And I know how to do the dance and everything. Shatima was a witness. But anyway.
Lord.
Hey, I can do it. But hey, I got a show. We're gonna do a show. Like I said, we're picking this up next Thursday. Friday, this coming Friday. Let's Talk About It Shy is going to do a special sports edition early afternoon. We're going to make this a drinking contest because I'm going to get some of the fellas in here. We're going to do some assessments. We're going to cross over a little bit. We're going to have some sports talk, so be able to tune in for that. Friday afternoon, tune in. We're going to have a dope show. But until then, I'm going to catch you guys on the other side of the pillow. Peace.
All right. Bye-bye.